Hi, everybody. I'm back for a second time around. That first time around was rough. For some reason, the volume went down. People couldn't hear me, and then everything went back. Who knows? Who knows what's going on out in the world with the technology? But I'm back, and I want to redo this because I think you're going to really like these projects. And I want to be able to share it on YouTube for other people to see it. So thanks for joining me again if you're coming in for the second time. If this is the first time you're with me today, then congratulations. You missed the mess that was earlier today for sure. Okay, let me get you over here on my computer so that I can see if you're here. If you're here, let me know that you're here. Say hi, tell me where you're from. All of that stuff that happens with these videos. I love when people chat with me and kind of give me their thoughts on what I'm making and enjoy what I'm doing. So the most important thing that you need to know right now is that I'm having a ordering special this week. If you order with me this week, you will get free shipping. Now, if you order yourself, let me see if I can fit all this in here. If you order yourself online, let me know and I will reimburse your shipping for you. If the best way is to order through me and I will pay your shipping for you and have it sent out for you. But not only that, last week's cards were so beautiful. So hi Mary, thanks for joining. If you place a $50 order, you will get free shipping and I will also give you the class to go that was from last week. These beautiful cards using that Winter Meadow Suite. Everybody loved these, but I have some kits left. I cut plenty of kits and I think that you will enjoy getting these kits as well. So a $50 order will get you free shipping and the Winter Meadow card kit to go in the mail. Now remember, I use the Christmas Classic stamp set on these. I can die cut things, but I'm not allowed to stamp anything. So you will need the Christmas Classic stamp set if you want to get this card class to go with your $50 order. Or you can use your own Christmas sentiments if you want. These are just so pretty. So think about that for me this week. I'm just a tiny bit short of my monthly goal, so I could use your help with that. All right. The second thing I want to talk to you about is that I have 2 card classes coming up. The first one closes tonight, and it is the, Oh Holy Night online class or in-person class. This is a mega class. You make 8 cards. You get paper, embellishments, and ribbon. Everything you need to create these beautiful cards. This one's fun because it kind of opens like this. It's a fun fold. This is my favorite. It's so simple, but just so pretty, and I love the sentiment. And then this one is an easel card. You can set it, the recipient can set it on a shelf. Glory to God in the highest, so pretty. And then the little camel where you can write a sentiment on the back. So that class closes tonight. I will put a link in the comments below for you so that you can get that class. And then the next class coming up is called All About Autumn. You guys have seen lots of these cards, but my customers here in Midland really wanted a class on these. So this is a card that I made for a swap. Isn't that pretty? This is the next card we'll be making. So perfect, just in time for Thanksgiving for sure. Look at that gold on that shimmer and the copper shimmer. And then this is a fun, upside down fun fold card as well. I have plenty of the paper and embellishments and ribbon. And so if you would like the All About Autumn card class to go, the cost of that is $20 for 4 cards. You get the kit, a PDF. You get everything you need to complete the cards, or you can get the class for free for $25 in a purchase. So let me know if you're interested in either of those. Okay, so who is ready? Thank you, Dana. I'm glad you're here. Thanks, you guys, for watching me again. I know it's kind of a pain, but I just could not go on knowing what happened earlier today, technology-wise, and I want to do a good job for you. So let's go. I'm going to turn my camera down, and hopefully everything will be upright and in the correct order here. So let's see what I can do for us. Yay. Okay, good. All right, so today for my mystery project, I am going to be using the Cottage Wreaths stamp set and dies. And I love this because it's in the annual catalog and it's currently available. So those are two really good things. Our Christmas catalog is selling out like mad, and I decided to choose something that is gorgeous, that's around, and that I know that you can get the bundle if you want to. Cottage Wreaths is the name of what I'm using today. I'm also using, I'm going to put this over here to the side. I am using the Joy of Christmas Designer Series paper, and such pretty, just very traditional. Isn't that pretty? You get, I'll pull them all out here and you can look at them. You get a green gingham, which gingham is always popular. On the other side of that, you get a wood grain, great for backgrounds. This musical note paper. You get this one that just has the greenery on it. Here's a red gingham with some more little musical notes on the back. This is kind of watercolor wash. And then what else do we have here? Oh, the red berries, which are so pretty. And just a green, and it's kind of a watercolor wash as well. So, okay, so what you need for today's mystery project, the two important things are, you need a piece of Designer Series paper cut in half so that it's 6 inches by 12 inches, which is what I have right here. Move this camera this way just a tad, so that we get a little bit better view. Okay, there we go. All right, so I don't want to mess with my camera too much because that was the problem before. Okay, so we have this Designer Series paper cut 6 by 12. I have a piece of cardstock coordinating. This is Garden Green, and it's cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's 1/4 of a sheet of cardstock, and then I scored it all the way around at 1 inch. Okay, so now I'm going to take my paper snips, and I am just going to cut up the score line here on this short edge, just up to where it meets the score line, going across right here, the 1 inch score line. And I'm just going to shimmy off just a little bit of those edges just to take some bulk out when I'm making my box. Oh, I'm making a box. Yes, I'm making a box. But it won't end up being a box. It's going to end up being something else. That's the mystery, right? Okay, so I'm shimmying off a little bit from these edges right here and shimmying off a little piece right there. Okay, so it should look like this when you're done cutting it. That's all the cutting you have to do, so that's a pretty easy box. And then I'm going to take these 1 inch score lines, and I'm just going to fold them and burnish them with my bone folder here. Thanks, Judy, for coming on and watching me again. I appreciate it. You know, some days are just like that. And then I went to eat lunch after my really bad Facebook Live, and I spilt my drink all over me and the table, and I'm like, okay, God, what's going on today? Do you need me to relax? I think I need to relax. So I called a friend who ended up joining my team today. I'm so excited about that. We have a great joining special going on. And it's kind of crazy. If you're a customer, let me tell you, this deal is the best deal Stampin' Up! Has ever had. You can sign on to be a part of a team for $64.80 something, and you can get $125 worth of product, or you can choose to pay $99 and get $168 of free product. And guess what? All that means is you can shop with a discount for as long as you want, at least until the end of April. You don't have to hit your first quarterly minimum of $300 until the end of April. So that gets you through all of Celebration, all of the new catalog coming out in January, the rest of this year, to get that 20% off. And then one of my friends said, well, then what happens if I can't meet the $300 minimum? You know what happens? Nothing happens. You just go back to being my customer. It's not a big deal. I have people who have to drop for many different reasons. If you decide that you can't keep up with it, or you don't want to keep up with it, that's great. You just go back to being my customer, and I just go back to taking your money when you place an order. So it's that easy, and I'm here to help you. Some people want to do it as a business, but most people don't. Most people just join to get the discount. Okay, so instead of listening to me blah, 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 I hope you realize what I just did. I took this piece of DSP and I ran some tear and tape all the way down the long edge, which is going to be the bottom edge, and then up one side of this designer series paper like this. Okay, just one short edge, the whole long edge here. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my box. I'm going to turn this a little bit this way so I can see it just a little closer. And I'm going to line up the bottom edge of my box with the designer series paper. But I'm going to start just halfway on one side of the long sides of my box, like right there. I'm going to press that in, and you can see it's just attaching to the bottom edge of that box. And I'm going to roll this up. Keep rolling the paper around the box. So it's really kind of a no-brainer, you guys, if you love Stampin' Up, and especially if you're just starting your craft room and you know you need a lot of things. You just bought a die cutting machine and you know you're going to want a lot of dies and embossing folder. Man, take advantage of this for as long as you want, and then you can always go back to being a customer if you want. Of course, I would love you to stay on my team. I'm not going to lie about that. But, you know, I'm here to serve you. So whatever you need, okay? So look, I just wrapped that designer series paper around the bottom of that box, and it creates a bag of designer series paper. Okay, so now I'm going to take this short edge and just press it into the other side of our designer series paper, press it on, and I have created a bag, a gift bag. And I call this a bag in a box, but it really should be called a box in a bag, right? So far, isn't that just so pretty? I stinking love this. So it's just a really fun way to make a cute gift bag for people that you want to give gifts to around the holidays. You know what else this is perfect for? It is perfect for craft shows. Last year I made a bunch of these with the gnome paper and the Santa train paper, and I put hot chocolate and marshmallows and a little chocolate covered spoon in it, and it was a fun little hot chocolate gift people could give. Okay, so I took some real red cardstock and I punched two of these labels, two of them out of real red, and this is the curvy circle die, curvy circle punch. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to use these rounder edges here. It doesn't matter. You just want to put it on the halfway point, and we are going to score right down the middle of that. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to pick up my cutting blade, put it right in the middle, and just make a little slice right in the middle of that punched image right here. And then I'm gonna fold it in half, okay? Doesn't matter that the front doesn't match the back. I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna take my wide parts here. I'm gonna start by scoring it right down the middle. And then I'm gonna lift this up and just cut a little slice right in the middle right there. Okay, so I have 2 of those. Again, I'm gonna fold it in half like this. All right, so what I'm gonna do with these guys is I'm gonna take some ribbon, and for this project, I'm gonna use this real red ribbon that has the gold dots on it. This is called Dotted Red Ribbon, and it is an online exclusive, okay? It's an online exclusive. So I'm gonna cut about 9 inches. I might need to cut it a little shorter here in a little bit, but for now, that's what I'm going with. 2 pieces of that. All right. And I'm gonna take this ribbon and I'm gonna feed it through the slit that I just cut on that punched red circle like this. I'm gonna feed it through that slit. I'm gonna do that for both of these. Okay, all right, like that. And then I'm gonna take my Seal Plus, and I'm gonna add Seal Plus to this side, and I'm gonna press that ribbon into it. And then I'm gonna do Seal Plus on this side, and maybe add a little bit more over that ribbon like that. Do the same thing on this second one. I think this is the best part of this project, and I'll show you why in just a second. It's just gonna give a really nice finished edge to the top of our bag, okay? So I'm going to, that is so true, Becky. I totally forgot about that. Thanks for such a beautiful reminder. So last year, Becky Phelps and I decided with our husbands, our poor husbands got suckered into it with us, but we took these bags in a box and put invites to a special dinner we were having and went door to door to the people we were inviting and sang a made-up Christmas carol to them to invite them to our party, and it was fun. I forgot about that. You're right. So I made a lot of these last year. I made them for craft shows. I made them for gifts. Okay, so look. What this does, it just gives a really nice finished edge to the top of this box and gives a place for that ribbon to hold on to. So it's gonna tie at the top like this. That is a great memory, Becky. That was so much fun. We all dressed up in Santa outfits and went door to door and sang carols to our friends and invited them to this dinner party. It was a fun adventure. And inside these bags were the invitations and some little gifts, getting them ready for the event. It was super fun. Okay, so there we go. You would just tie it at the top like that. But that's not all I'm going to do this time. I have a new favorite thing. And my new favorite thing is called a big tag. So we're going to add a big tag, Becky. I don't know if we didn't have this last year because I didn't know about it. So the big tag is going to be a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of cardstock, whatever color you want. And then you're going to find a coordinating piece of the designer series paper. So I'm using the musical notes here. And I'm just going to attach the 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 cardstock to the 3 by 4 inch designer series paper. I just used the back side of the one that I used on the bag there. I'm going to attach that to the front. Okay, and then you can decorate the tag any way you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Cottage Wreaths. Now it could be any design. If you were doing a fall bag, it could be some leaves. If you were doing a Halloween bag, it could be some pumpkins and some skeletons. I'm going to show you a Halloween bag that I made this year. for my Halloween treats class. So I'm taking the wreath, this wreath right here from the Cottage Wreaths, and I'm going to stamp it in garden green. You're just decorating the front of your tag, and honestly, you can decorate the front of your tag any way you want. This is how I'm choosing to do it. So I'm taking garden green, and I'm stamping my wreath right there. Isn't that beautiful? I love the distinctive stamping of these stamps. And then, excuse me, I'm going to take an early, I do too, Dana. It's just so, so pretty. And then I'm calling you Dana. I hope that's the way. I have another friend named Dana who spells her name exactly like yours. You might be Dana though. So tell me if I'm pronouncing it right if I say Dana. So I'm inking this kind of, what do I want to say? The sticks in early espresso. And then I'm going to stamp it off once because I just want to give that just a very light showing of that inside my wreath. That gives it a really nice finish there, I think. And then I'm taking my real red ink. I'm saying it correctly, Dana. Okay, good. All right, and I've got some berries, and I'm just going to take some red with my berries, and I'm just going to scatter around some berries around my wreath here. There we go. And then the last thing I'm going to do is take my Merry Christmas from the Cottage Wreaths stamp set and stamp it right down here. Okay? Then I'm going to take my dies, and this Cottage Wreath die is a little tricky. Oh, look, I got it on there the first try. Sometimes you got to kind of turn it around a little bit to make it fit. So so if it was like this, you could tell it's not fitting in there correctly. So just keep turning it till the inside all matches up and the leaves are inside where the leaves are. And I'm going to put that down with a Post-it note. And then I have a die from my Stylish Shapes dies right here. And I'm using this tiny little banner die for my Merry Christmas. And I'm going to put that on so that the Merry Christmas is a little closer to my right side than my left side. So it's going to look like this. Here, I'll show you right side up there. I keep forgetting I'm upside down like that. Okay. Sandwich Merry Christmas inside. And then I would run this through. In addition to that, I'm going to take my real red cardstock. I've got the bow die here, and I run that through as well. And like magic, I ran it through, and I have these pieces right here. Wasn't that fast? I thought the second time around I'll try to go a little bit faster. So here's my tag. I'm going to take my wreath and put it right here on the front of my big tag, and I'm going to add some dimensionals behind it, pop it up a bit. There we go. So everything about this video is better already. So thank you guys if you came before for coming back with me. So I'm going to put this right here. Okay. I'm going to take my red bow and put it right there on the side. So I'm going to use a couple of mini dimensionals behind this one. So I live in the desert, but it has rained all day today, and so the streets are very flooded because they don't know what to do when it rains in Midland, Texas. So, okay, I might put that up just a little bit higher right there. All right, and then I have some blooming pearl embellishments. And earlier today, I used the gold. I think this time I'm going to use these green ones and just scatter them around my card wherever I want. Put one there. Oop. You know what? I shouldn't put one there because that's where my sentiment's going to go. So I'm going to move it over here. Put one up here. Maybe add one to my wreath right there. And let's add a fifth one, maybe right over here. Okay? All right, now I have my Merry Christmas sentiment, and I'm going to cut off straight edge one side of it here. Boop, like that. Add some dimensionals to the back of that. And then I'm going to show you how to create your big tag full of fun, full of festive fun. Okay, so I'm putting a couple of dimensionals on the back of my sentiment. All right, and then this is going to go on right here. Okay, so let me get all that out of the way. So now I'm going to create the top of my bag, and I am going to make a loop out of this real red ribbon here. And it seems weird, I know, but I'm going to take this loop, I'm going to put it right here at the top of my tag, and I'm going to grab a stapler, which I refilled with staples that's right over here on my counter, and I'm going to, it seems weird, but I'm going to staple this loop right onto the top of that card right there. There we go. Staple the loop right at the top right there. Okay, then I'm going to take, do I want to use this ribbon? I think I'm going to take my gold ribbon. I'm going to take this gold ribbon and I'm going to cut it into about 7-inch pieces, 2 of them. 1, 2. My friend Rosemary Gonzalez showed me how to make these tags at an event I was at recently, and I just fell in love with them. So I hope you love them as much as I do. I'm going to fold them in half like this, and I'm going to go back to the top. I'm going to spread them out just a little bit here. I'm going to go back to the top of my tag right here. Spread them out just a bit. Spread this out just a bit. There we go. And I'm going to go back to my stapler and staple those in place as well. There we go. And we will clean that up in just a second. But now I'm just going to take those and I'm going to cut off the tops. It's just going to make it look like it has some fluff going on up there. So cute. There we go. Now I've got to decide what ribbon to use for a bow at the top. So let's do both of them. Let's do a red one and a gold one, and we can decide together which one we want to use. So here's my red bow. Twist it so everything's going the right direction. We're going to decide if we'd rather have the polka dot red bow at the top of our tag or the gold bow. These scissors need some sharpening on them. So this is an option to put the red bow right there, or we can do a gold bow. I don't know. What are you thinking so far? The red bow or the gold bow? We'll have to see the gold bow. It's not really gold. I guess it's really vanilla with some gold threads through it. It's not a solid gold for sure. Okay. There we go. So there's my red bow, and this is my gold bow right here. And I'll let you guys decide, which one do you think is better, the red bow or the gold bow? Here's the gold bow, and here is the red bow. What do you think? Red bow, gold bow. I think I like the red bow. I'm voting red bow. I don't see that anybody's talking to me here, so I'm going to go with the red bow idea and see. I like red, says Dan. I like the red too. So let's put the red bow right there. And I'm going to take a glue dot. Red, red, red. Okay, everyone's in agreement. Thank you. Red, red, red. I agree. Okay. There we go. So cute. Isn't that so cute? Now, because we created this loop at the top of our tag, we can just run that loop right through the top of our bag here. The ribbon at the top of our bag. There we go. So now that'll hang like that. And we can fill up our bag. And these bags are big, you guys. You could easily get some Bath & Body Works lotions, hand sanitizers. A candle would fit in there. Not the big 3-wick candle, obviously, but a little candle. If you like those little bottles of alcohol, you could add those inside. You could add a little bottle. Last year I added little bottles of cold brew to the bags, and that was fun. Isn't that cute? So I want to show you some of the other ones that I've made using this bag-in-a-box idea. This was a Halloween that I'm going to give to my grandkids. Using the them bones, and it's got the crypt on there. This is the glow-in-the-dark paper, and lots of stuff fits inside here. That little mechanical moving person I showed you last week. Let's see if I can get this one out of here. Oh, it's sideways. That's the problem. This one is a little cute little skeleton pirate, and it winds up. Kids love these things, even teenage kids. I used to give these away in my high school for you know, doing something smart, and the kids loved them. So that is my Halloween bag. Thanks, Dana. Dana says her gift packaging is done. So here's another one that I used using the Cottage Wreaths different DSP, different tag. I used all the dies on this one earlier today and the gold dots. So same idea, different papers, different tags on them. And then I also showed how to make, if you wanted it not so tall, if you wanted it a little bit wider, this is that Snowflake Splendor specialty paper. And instead of cutting it at 6 inches by 12, I cut it 5 inches by 12. And then I use that snowflake tag topper to create my little label here at the top. And I use this silver and white organdy ribbon to create the tie at the top. So all this one needs is a big tag hanging down from it, and it is ready to go. So like I said, you guys, you could use these for lots of occasions. I hope you love it as much as I do. I know me and Becky made a lot of these last year, and they are always a big hit. Let me pull my camera up. If you would like to order this week and be a part of that ordering special, $50 order, I will give you free shipping and last week's online card class to go. And Thanks for joining me again. I'm so thankful for all of you and giving me a do-over. And if you want to Zoom with me tonight, every second and fourth Monday night of the month, I put out a Zoom link. It'll be in this page in just a little bit. And you can just Zoom and craft with me and some of my friends and some of my team members. We just craft and talk crafting and just get to know each other better through a community of Stampin' Up! And the Tuttle Up Stampers. So join us if you would like. God bless everyone. We'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.